Hey guys, in today's video, I would like to explain what exactly is a Frontier Go Wild Pass. Is it right for us? How do we purchase one? How can we upgrade our experience to get free seat selection and carry-on bag? And I'd like to share with you some tips and tricks on how to more easily find those Go Wild flights. Start by explaining exactly what is a Frontier Go Wild Pass. Well, Frontier describes it as an all-you-can-fly pass with unlimited flights for a penny. Sounds great, doesn't it? Is this accurate? Yes, but with limitations. Let me explain. So first, let's start with all-you-can-fly. That part is accurate, mostly. But there are blackout dates, mostly around holidays and school vacations. Second, unlimited flights? Kind of. There are limited seats and limited availability on flights, but there are still a lot of options though. So third, our flights only cost a penny? Wow, what a great deal. Well, kind of, but not really. It's true, your flight fare itself will be a cent, but you still have to pay the taxes and fees. Typically for a domestic, non-stop, one-way, it's going to be $14.90 in taxes and fees. So your fare is going to be $14.91 one way. So around $30 round trip. Now international, or if you start adding stops in there, prices do go up. International is a little bit different because you're going to pay the country's taxes and fees, and they're going to vary by whether you're going into the country or out of the country. So now, before we talk about how to purchase a pass, talk about if it's right for us. One of the aspects I feel that's most important is our expectations. If we're expecting to jet set around the world, going wherever we want, whenever we want, we're going to be really disappointed. However, hopefully we don't have to sleep and shower in the airport either. Another factor is our local airport. Does Frontier fly to our local airport that's within a reasonable driving distance? Do you have a major airport within a reasonable driving distance? Frontier's home and their main hub is Denver, but Las Vegas, Orlando, and Atlanta are also kind of mini hubs, and there are a lot of flights going in and out of those. There are some other cities too, but these are the main ones, at least in my experience. If we don't live next to one of these major airports, I'm fortunate I do live within an hour of Atlanta, but if we don't, and Frontier does service our local airport, we're still going to have options. Just keep in mind that there's a good possibility you may have a layover in one of these cities, and possibly even an overnight layover. But I am going to show you in a future video how to get free hotel rooms and possibly even credits that will help you if you do end up in one of these cities with a layover, and you might actually have some fun doing it. Before we actually buy the pass, we should probably go to flyfrontier.com and go look at their where we fly and just look at the routes that go in and out of your city. Now, I will warn you, the where we fly is not always accurate because some routes are seasonal and Frontier does change their flight schedules quite often. But if you kind of keep an eye on it or just do fake bookings and kind of see where it goes out of our local airport, you can kind of get a good idea whether it's going to work for us or not. We also need to be flexible. Not that kind of flexible, but have some flexibility in our plans. Because in order to get that 1 cent Go Wild fare, you can only book domestic 24 hours in advance and international 10 days in advance. Currently, they are running an advanced booking promotion for the Go Wild fares, so you can book them in advance, but they're also adding an advanced booking fee, which many times makes the Go Wild fare more expensive than the discount den or even the regular fare. And if that's the case, I highly recommend booking with a regular fare so you get those miles to count towards elite status, because any Go Wild trip is never going to earn you miles towards any status. The last thing I want to talk about is the cost versus the reality of the path. So for example, me and my friend brought her aunt and some of our kids to Vegas 2 weeks ago, and we wanted to book in advance because we all wanted to fly on the same day and stuff. I'm the only one that has a pass, and Frontier was running one of their 90% off sales, so flights ended up being $80 round trip. It made more sense to book everybody with just a ticket than to try to buy the pass for everybody. I'm the only one that's going to fly again. The other ones, they're not going to fly on Frontier again. They're going off to school and have other things to do. So it didn't make sense to spend the pass for that. If you're only going to use it once or twice, it might not make sense to get it. Kind of keep that in mind and kind of figure out what you want to do. Okay, now that we know what the pass is and we know the limitations and we have our expectations, how do we actually purchase one? So the first thing we need to do is go to flyfrontier.com, and a lot of times the Go Wild Pass, some version of it will show up here where they have this little banner, but I'm just going to show you where to go to find all the options, which is Deals, Go Wild Pass. And as you can see, they have a special right now on the monthly, $0 for the first month with a $49 enrollment fee. This is a great option if you just want to try out the pass for a month, because what you can do is you can purchase it for the $49 and then go into your auto renewal and turn it off, so you don't have to pay that $149 a month. Just try it out for a month. If you like it, I highly suggest getting the fall and winter pass. It is a 6-month pass for $299 a year, so that's $50 a month. Do keep in mind, if you want to get this pass because you're going to go visit family for the holidays, there are blackout dates, so that goes back to that flexibility I talked about earlier. Really need to be flexible in our dates. Still a great option for travel and a good deal. I wouldn't worry about the summer pass. It's almost at the end anyways, and it is $1,000 a year. Definitely not a good deal. You're much better off just getting a monthly pass if you want to use it for this last week in August, and then fall and winter pass, and then you have it through February, and it's going to cost you, $350 instead of $1,000 for something that expires at the end of September. Annual pass, right now there is not a sale on it, but historically it does go on sale on Black Friday, and I will let you guys know if that happens. You're going to pick your pass and then go through a basic checkout. But since I already have it, I'm going to go show you where you find the pass and how to turn off auto renewal. If you're logged in and you go up here, you just go to view profile, scroll all the way down here to the bottom. You'll see the Go Wild. I have the summer all you can fly pass, and I also have the fall and winter pass. And right down here, there's an opt out of auto renewal, and it's going to give you the wait. You purchased at the lowest price does not mean that they will renew it at $299. The renewal cost is $9.99. So you can just click on cancel auto renew, and that'll cancel your auto renewal. You read here, if you choose to cancel, your pass will remain valid through the travel period indicated on your pass purchase confirmation email. That means you can go in and cancel this at any time, and it'll still be good through the end of the pass period. Like if I auto cancel my fall winter pass today, I still get to use it through the end of February. However, because Frontier glitches sometimes, I'm going to wait until my pass actually starts before I go cancel the auto renewal. So I just have a little reminder set up on my phone to come cancel my auto renewal, and that's where you can find this. So now that we have our pass, how do we get those perks you were mentioning earlier? We want to enjoy our flight and not be cramped in a middle back seat, and we don't want to be hassled about our luggage and have a free carry-on bag. It makes the flight so much more enjoyable. So I'm going to show you how you can get Elite status, which will give you that free seat selection and free carry-on bag. So in order to get our instant 20K Elite status with Frontier, you have to go to a site called getstatus.com. I have used it. I know many people have used it. Nobody's had any issues with it so far. So you can go to this Frontier, get your offer now, and you instantly can get 20K status for a limited time. You do need a travel rewards credit card, or you at least need the first few numbers of one. I have a Delta Sky Miles. You also need to put in your Frontier Miles membership, and then you will be eligible for one of these two offers. The first one costs a little bit more. It's 19 months, so you get Elite status through the end of December 31st, 2024 for $599. That's $600. You don't have any other requirements you have to meet besides the travel credit card and paying that fee, and you will instantly have Elite status. On the other hand, if $600 is a little steep for you, then for $200 you can instantly get it through the end of this year, December 31st, 2023 for $199 application fee. But you do have to earn 10,000 miles before the end of December in order to extend that to December 2024. So it does require some commitment, because remember, Go Wild flights will never earn you miles, so you have to take trips outside of your Go Wild flight. For me, flying to Vegas and back a few weeks ago gave me almost 4,000 miles for $80. It is doable and it can be cheaper, but it does require a time commitment. It's just up to you which one you want to do. There's lots of $19 flights on Frontier if you live by major airports. There's lots of ways to get this, although not with your Go Wild flights. So now we have our pass, and if we chose to buy our Elite status, we have that too. So now how do we actually book the flights? So there is a few ways to do this, but first, you cannot book any Go Wild flights on the mobile app. You just simply can't do it. If you need to book a Go Wild flight on your phone, you're going to have to open a browser window and go to flyfrontier.com. First, I'm going to show you how you can do it on the regular website. This is the free, but to me, a lot harder way to do it. We're at flyfrontier.com. Now remember, you can only book the actual Go Wild penny fare 24 hours in advance. So I do like to take day trips. I don't necessarily like spending the night anywhere, unless it's Las Vegas. So let me find, Detroit's usually a pretty good one that I can do. I'm going to pick the 23rd and search. Okay. So tomorrow there's none available that aren't nonstop. There's only ones with stops, which doesn't really work for me. So I'm gonna go back here. Let me try somewhere else. I'll just do Las Vegas because they have a lot of flights. As I said, they're like a mini hub. So I can usually find nonstop flights. So here we go. 10:31 p.m. and because of the time change, I get there at 11:59 p.m. So you can do that, but then I can't come back and I have to go the next day, which I can't get a Go Wild flight for yet. Now I have to choose this one again. And it's giving me the advanced booking, but you notice it's a lot more expensive. Where tomorrow, or actually tonight after 3:01 a.m. for me because of the booking time, or tomorrow this would be $15 if it's still available, which odds are it probably will be, not $69. Whereas if I look, that's probably already close to being sold out, or the seats are gone. Odds are these aren't going to show up with that Go Wild fare tomorrow. And you can just keep going through and city by city and see where you want to go. Now, if you have flexibility, or if you just want to see all of the flights available for you tomorrow or on a certain day, I highly suggest the $14.91 club. It does cost money. It is $8.95 for the first month and then $14.91 each month after that. It's very clever because $14.91 is the price of a one-way ticket. This was built by some of the founding members of the Go Wild Frontier group on Facebook, and I think they did an excellent job, and it makes finding flights so much easier. So now that I'm signed in, I have the option to search. And my departure airport, Atlanta. I don't care where I go. I want to see all my options, but I'm going to look for tomorrow. And it is 4 in the afternoon right now, so my options are going to be a little bit limited compared to what it would be first thing in the morning. But if you watch right here, wait till it finishes loading. If you want to take a stop, if you want to search for regular fares, there are those options. So we'll look for a morning flight. Baltimore might be an option. Chicago is an option. Philadelphia might be an option. Tampa is an option. Orlando, those are pretty decent options. Let me check Tampa. So I go click on Tampa and it's gonna automatically bring me out to that flight. But I wanna go round trip. So I'm gonna go up here to edit and hit round trip. Put in that date for tomorrow and see if I can get a return flight. So I got the 15. Well, I could come back right away. That's pretty much my options unless I want an overnight in Philadelphia. So for me personally, that one's really not gonna work. I'm just gonna close this, go back here. What about Baltimore? Go up here to edit, do round trip. And sometimes you have to edit flight there. And let's see, yep, I could go there for the day. I just would be back at midnight. And there we go. I have my pass. So let me see. Showing you how to book. I did skip over all my personal information. Not that I don't trust you guys, but I want to show you how to get through this because there's all these options. Since I have late status, I am going to skip all of this. Hit continue. See right now, I could pick any of these regular seats, but all these stretch seatings. So I'm just gonna continue because I don't want to select a seat. No thanks, I'll take whatever. And carry-on bag, because I have that elite status, I'm gonna pick carry-on and 0. I don't know why you would do board first. If you have a carry-on, you're gonna board first anyways. They always have pre-boarding and zone 1 at the same time. Maybe it's just my personal experience, but that's always what I have. So my bag total is 0. And continue, and I don't want any of that. I'm gonna do free self-service because I have the app and you don't wanna print a ticket at the counter. You just do it at home, do it at your library, have the app and show it, do a screenshot. When we went to Vegas with 6 other people 2 weeks ago, I did screenshots of everybody's passes because I booked them all together and I just sent them to them and it works. So continue, so there we go. Now I have my $29.82, $14.91 times 2, and 0 anything else, and that's how you would book it. And then you just put in your payment information. Since already within the 24 hours for checking in, then you can go in and check in, and if you bought that elite status, you could go and you could pick your seat. And that's how the $14.91 club becomes so easy. And even with this Go Wild, the advanced booking option, it'll also give you other flights. Okay, so here's a really interesting thing I wasn't thinking about, since I wanted to show you that you can also, with the $14.91 club, book international further out. And right now with the advanced booking fee for Go Wild, it'll also show you those. I chose a date next Thursday and pushed search, and nothing came up. Well, that's weird. Then I remembered it's a blackout date. It does account for those too. And that's a big reason why people don't believe in the past, and the past doesn't work for them, because they pick blackout dates and they don't realize it. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, these are all $28.91 instead of $14.91 because of the advanced booking fee. All right, and we're done. So we can scroll down. Lots of options, and that's still not a bad price. But then you get down to here, and this is the Go Wild fee. It is just the taxes and fees international are different, as I touched on earlier. But you can also click on here, and it'll show you that is actually the Go Wild fare. Although for $5, I would earn those miles, because if you click here, that's 882 miles. That will count towards your status. So it would make more sense, to me at least, to spend the extra $5 and just get the regular flight. You still get your elite perks and you earn the miles. So I would highly, if you're going to use your pass a lot, so I would highly recommend checking out the $14.91 club. Try it out for a month. If you uncheck this little box and search, this will give you all the nonstop and ones with stop. I'm gonna wait for it. There we go. This is a nonstop green. This means there's a layover. This means there's a long layover. This means there's an overnight layover or next day arrival. But look how many more options I have now. I can go so many more places. I just would have a stop or a layover. And if you want to get to your smaller airports or flights that might work better within your time frame, you may have to take one with a stop. I hope this video has helped you. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with your friends. Hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons so you can be the first to know when I post future videos, including how to get free hotel rooms like these and travel tips and tricks so we can travel like we are bougie without the bougie cost. Now get out there and go wild.